I'm finally back. I know I've been missing in action, but I just really been like busy with school, so I really have not been having much time to actually vlog and actually make videos and all that good stuff. But I actually have time, so I am doing this video because it's something that's significant, I guess you can say, about me that a lot of people know and a lot of people don't know. And I feel like this would be a great platform for me to tell my story. If you would just look at me and just look at me, you would never think that I had childhood cancer. I'm a childhood cancer survivor. You would never think that. And you know, that's why they say you don't look like what you've been through. And I honestly do not look like what I have been through. I'm going to tell y'all about when I got diagnosed. I'm going to tell you about the treatments and the during. And I'm going to tell you about the aftermath. How I'm dealing with it now. How I cope with it. All of that good stuff. So, yeah. So, I was diagnosed with ovarian cancer. I said it right. Ovarian cancer. At the age of 10 years old. And I know y'all are like, that is weird to have that kind of cancer at that young of an age. I mean, it is weird. We were all shocked. We were just like, where has this come from? You know, we didn't know what to do. So, but you know, we had to make the best out of that situation. So, all of this stuff happened in 2010, but my granddad had passed away in 2009. He passed away in November of 2009 from lung cancer. And I was diagnosed in like June of 2010. I don't know the exact date, but I know the month. So, yeah. But everything that was leading up to that is just crazy. From my granddad passing away and my aunt having a brain aneurysm, it was just a lot of stuff was just happening at one time, and I was just like, I'm done. I'm over all of this. Like, my granddad was my best friend, so that really took a big toll on me, and it's not taking a huge toll on me now, but that's still something that I'm still having trouble with, dealing with, coping with, you know. Leading up to me being, you know, finding out what was going on with me, I was always tired. I was wearing these thick hoodies, and I wasn't eating. I love to eat. You know, I was eating, but I was just eating like, I was craving certain things. Like, I always wanted a salad. Or waffles. Those are like two of the main things that I was eating. And you know, I remember waking up one morning and I was feeling something moving in my stomach, but I thought it was just gas, or maybe I was hungry. But you know, that wasn't the case. Me being young, I didn't think nothing of it. I didn't think to tell my mom or none of that good stuff. I didn't think to tell her, you know, because I'm like, you know, whatever, you know, it may be gas trying to pass or something. Oh, you know, you just never think of, you know, you just never know what to say in situations like that. So weeks pass, and you know, I'm just not getting any better. I've been to my pediatrician over and over, you know, trying to get different remedies and trying to see if I can have a bowel movement, use the restroom, any of that stuff, and it just was not working. So they were like, we're just going to send her to DCH, and we're going to get her an ultrasound. So the morning of my ultrasound, I was so tired. Like, I was drowsy. I just couldn't do much. I was just done, you know. I didn't have any energy to do anything. You know, I was always sleeping. Like, we drove, when my aunt had her brain aneurysm, we had to drive to Ohio. That's like a 12-13 hour drive. I slept the whole way, except for like 20 minutes, and that's when we stopped to use the restroom and all that good stuff. So, you know, we figured, you know, my family figured something was wrong with me then. You know, I was always sleeping, and I'm the one who, I'm active, you know, I love to talk, and, you know, I'm nosy too, so I'm gonna always be in the grown-ups business. So, you know, they knew I wasn't right then because I wasn't being myself. So, skip ahead. I had my ultrasound done and they saw something. They weren't telling us exactly what it was. You know, me and my mom are sitting there. We're like, tell us what's going on. You know, what do y'all see? And y'all see me, I'm looking at my dog. But my mom's like, tell me, what do y'all see? And they were like, we see 2 tumors sitting on her ovaries. They were the size of grapefruits. Do you guys know how big grapefruits are? Do you know? You know? So just in imagining that those 2 things were in my body and I had no idea, you know? So they rushed me to Children's Hospital in Birmingham, Alabama. I live in Tuscaloosa, and Tuscaloosa and Birmingham are like 45 minutes to an hour away. It just depends on how fast you drive. So we went home, packed our bags, and we rushed to Birmingham. And I had to, of course, get more tests ran, ultrasounds, and everything like that. And they confirmed that it was a germ cell tumor. I am still kind of confused on what that is to this day, you know, because I just really haven't tried to go into depths and actually research it. I just felt like I don't really want to know where it came from. But it was called a germ cell tumor. And I had to have emergency surgery the next morning. And that was on the 25th of May. And they cut me from the under my breast all the way up to the bottom of my stomach. So I have this long scar and in the middle of my stomach. They had to remove both of my ovaries, and they had to remove the tumors. They had to remove both of my ovaries because the tumors were on my ovaries. They were like crushing my ovaries. But I would have to do in vitro in order to carry a child. So, and I really do want a child, you know. So if you are, you know, if you're able to have kids, then you're blessed, you know. So don't take your kids for granted. They're miracles, okay? Okay. So after all of those surgeries and everything, I got sent home. I was doing great. I was healing up well, and I'm feeling great. So my family knew something that I didn't know, of course. They probably didn't want to tell me. So this was in August, okay? 2 months after everything, few months after everything, you know, I'm doing well. I had to go back and forth, of course, just to get checkups and all that good stuff. But it was this particular day. I was in middle school then. I wanted to go see my 5th grade teacher because he was there for me throughout the whole process. His name is Mr. Fessler. If you're watching so much, you're amazing. And shout out to Mrs. Prince. She was there as well. She's amazing. They're great people. So I wanted to go see them at my elementary school. My mom was like, we gotta go to Granny's house first. I'm like, I want to go there first. What do you mean? I want to go see my teachers first. My mom was like, we have to go to Granny's house because there's something going on. So I'm like, is someone sick? I'm like thinking of the worst things, you know. We get there, my whole family is there. My aunts, my cousins, my uncle, everybody is there. And they tell me that I had cancer. I spent the night with my aunt that night, and I literally cried because I just was like, I can't catch a break, you know. But I was not questioning God at all. I was not losing any faith. I was just gonna continue to stay strong like I had been, you know, and I knew that I would get through it. So I was doing my rounds of chemotherapy. When I say rounds, I had to stay for like a week and I had to stay for a week, I could go home for a week, stay for a week, go home for a week. So that's how that was for about a month and a half. And it was some pretty strong chemo. I never forget the day that I found out that my hair, that it had started making my hair fall out. I was trying to put my hair up into a ponytail for school, and I was gonna gel it back and all that good stuff. And it just wouldn't do right. Like, it was just, my hair was not doing right at all. So I'm like, what's going on? So like, if you could just, you could run your fingers through my hair, like you could just do this, and clumps of hair would be falling out. Clumps of hair. You know, I already knew what was going on. I just didn't want to acknowledge it. The next morning at school, my hair was just like, I was walking and it was just coming out. Just coming out. And, you know, it just made me so upset that I had to call my mom and tell her, because she asked her, could she come check me out of first period, because it was just something that I didn't want to experience at school, you know. So she came and got me from school, and I actually we went to the hair store and got me some, you know, I tried to make myself feel good, you know. I got colored hair, you know, just experimenting. I was young and I wanted to feel, you know, I wanted to be normal. But that's what I wanted. You know, that whole thing has taught me so much. You know, it just taught me that life is short. And one day you can be fine, and the next day you could be on your deathbed. You know, you just never know what's going on with yourself, you know. And that's why I encourage a lot of people to go to the doctors. Go make sure you're okay. You know, any little sharp pain could be who knows what, you know. It could be something that you never thought you would have. So, you know, I just encourage you guys to just check on yourselves, you know, make sure you're healthy, eat right, just do the right things for you, you know. And it's just made me such a humbled person, because, you know, he didn't have to choose me to beat that demon, you know. He could have chose someone else to beat that demon. And, you know, out of all the children that I have met throughout that process, you know, with everything that was going on, all of those children that I've met, you know, you just like, you never would have thought that you would be in that situation. You know, you would actually meet other kids that are going through what you're going through, you know, if not worse, you know. So it's just, you know, it's just really humbled me, because I feel as if I'm a miracle. I'm blessed, you know. And, you know, I thank God every single day for what he has done, because, like I said, he didn't have to choose me. He didn't have to choose me at all. And I just try to get a lot of people to understand that life is short, and you need to live it while you can, you know. You never know what could happen. And I just hope that, you know, my story inspires someone, it uplifts somebody. God was living through me throughout everything that I was going through. So he was living through me. He was just pouring out of me, you know. I was praise dancing. I was doing everything around this time, you know. I was just doing whatever it was that I could do to get my mind off of the negative, you know. You know, the what ifs, you know. What if this treatment doesn't work? What if this medicine doesn't work? What if it gets worse? What if it spreads? You know, I was never thinking about those what ifs. I was just thinking about the he can, you know. He will. He did. He got me through what I went through. So, I am just blessed. I'm thankful. I really am thankful, because I don't know what I would do without my family, because they played a big part in it. Everyone helped to make sure that I was fine. I was okay. And they always have made me feel great, you know. And so I hope that you all, you know, could connect to what I'm saying. And, you know, if you know someone, just tell them to watch this video and just let them know that everything is gonna be okay in the end. So don't give up now. You know, you got to keep pushing. You have to keep fighting. You know, it's been those days where I wanted to give up. you know, I just wanted to say I'm done, just throw the towel in. But I couldn't do that. I was too young, you know. So if you're going through this, young, old, whatever, you know, I just, you know, pray for you. Pray that God pulls you through. You know, you can do this. So thank you all so much for tuning in and watching this video with me. And I hope you all have a great day. Bye.